projected 35% market growth in defense aerospace and telecommunications by Q2 2027, assessing Polaris's competitive edge against global industry leaders like SpaceX and Arianespace. Introduction. The aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors are on the cusp of a major transformation, with projections indicating a 35% market growth by Q2 2027. This anticipated growth is primarily fueled by an increasing demand for air travel, escalating defense budgets due to geopolitical tensions, and significant technological advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence (AI) and unmanned systems. This report delves into the current state of these industries, evaluates the drivers behind this growth, and assesses Polaris's competitive positioning against established global players like SpaceX and Arianespace. Market growth and current trends. Financial overview. According to recent analyses, the European aerospace and defense sector achieved revenues of $108.48 billion in 2023, reflecting a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 2.1% from 2018 to 2023. Major firms including Airbus, BAE Systems, and Thales have been adapting to the rapidly evolving market environment, which is increasingly characterized by competition from innovators like SpaceX and Arianespace. The International Air Transport Association (IATA) forecasts a recovery in air travel, predicting an 11.6% increase in global passenger traffic in 2024 following the pandemic's detrimental impact. Defense spending trends. The defense sector's growth trajectory is closely tied to heightened global tensions, with defense spending surpassing $2.4 trillion in 2023. The U.S. Department of Defense (DoD) has requested a budget of $849.8 billion for fiscal year 2025, underscoring a strategic shift towards enhancing military capabilities through innovations in unmanned systems, hypersonics, and solid rocket motors. This shift reflects a global trend of nations prioritizing defense investments in response to emerging threats and conflicts. Technological integration. The operational integration of cutting-edge technologies, particularly AI and machine learning, is poised to revolutionize the aerospace and defense industries. A considerable 81% of aerospace and defense firms are already utilizing or planning to implement AI to optimize operational efficiencies. Notably, the application of AI in predictive maintenance is expected to enhance maintenance, repair, and overhaul MRO processes, ultimately improving aircraft availability and customer satisfaction. Workforce challenges. Despite the positive growth outlook, the industry faces significant challenges concerning workforce attraction and retention. The aerospace sector alone is projected to require an additional 123,000 technicians in the U.S. over the next 2 decades. Companies are increasingly turning to digital technologies and innovative recruitment strategies such as apprenticeships and public-private partnerships to cultivate a sustainable talent pipeline. Supply chain resilience. Supply chain disruptions have become a persistent issue, with parts shortages and geopolitical factors affecting delivery timelines and production capabilities. Major aircraft manufacturers are encountering delays and increased shipping costs, prompting a renewed focus on supply chain integrity. Initiatives such as the Aviation Supply Chain Integrity Coalition aim to prevent unauthorized parts from entering the supply chain, thereby safeguarding operational reliability and safety. Competitive landscape. Polaris's positioning. As the aerospace and defense sectors evolve, Polaris's competitive edge will be critically evaluated against industry giants like SpaceX and Arianespace. A primary focus lies in advanced air mobility (AAM) technologies, particularly in the electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft segment. AAM is gaining traction, with 93% of major asset managers expressing interest in this sector, which has the potential to disrupt urban transportation paradigms. Conclusion. In summary, the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors are poised for substantial growth by 2027, driven by technological advancements, strategic investments, and a focus on supply chain resilience. While Polaris has the potential to carve out a significant market share, The competitive landscape will be shaped by established leaders like SpaceX and Arianespace, necessitating innovative strategies and robust operational frameworks to navigate the anticipated challenges. Sources: 1. Research and Markets, Europe Aerospace and Defense Industry Report. 2. Deloitte Insights, Aerospace and Defense Industry Outlook. This analysis provides a comprehensive overview of the projected growth in key sectors and highlights the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for emerging players like Polaris in a competitive global landscape. Counterintuitive information in the content. 1. Talent shortage versus increased demand. While there is a projected demand for 123,000 additional technicians in the U.S. aerospace sector over the next 2 decades, this comes at a time when many companies are struggling with talent attraction and retention. This presents a paradox where the industry is experiencing both a talent shortage and a surge in job opportunities, suggesting that despite the growing demand for skilled labor, the industry may be failing to attract new talent effectively. 2. Increased defense spending versus supply chain issues. The defense sector is seeing a significant increase in spending, with expenditures surpassing $2.4 trillion in 2023 and a projected budget of $849.8 billion for the U.S. Department of Defense in fiscal 2025. However, companies are simultaneously facing severe supply chain disruptions and part shortages that have hampered production capabilities. This duality indicates that despite increased funding, operational execution is hindered, which might not be expected in a context of rising budgets. 3. Focus on advanced air mobility (AAM). Amidst industry challenges, AAM technology, particularly eVTOL aircraft, is seeing heightened interest from investors, with 93% of asset managers expressing interest. This enthusiasm persists despite the ongoing challenges of workforce shortages, supply chain issues, and geopolitical tensions affecting the broader aerospace and defense industry. The expectation that AAM can thrive when traditional sectors are struggling may seem counterintuitive, suggesting a potential disconnect between investment enthusiasm and operational realities. For AI integration, despite workforce shortages, although 81% of aerospace and defense companies are planning to utilize AI and machine learning to enhance operational efficiencies, this is occurring in a context where there is significant difficulty in attracting and retaining a skilled workforce. The assumption might be that an increased reliance on AI would alleviate labor shortages, but instead it indicates a complex relationship where companies are investing in technology to compensate for a lack of human resources rather than resolving the underlying talent issues. 5. Surge in air travel against workforce challenges. The aerospace sector is projected to see an 11.6% growth in global air passenger traffic in 2024, recovering fully from the pandemic's impacts. However, this recovery occurs alongside a notable shortage of technicians, which suggests that while demand for air travel is surging, the industry may struggle to meet this demand operationally due to workforce limitations. 6. Public-private partnerships to address talent shortages. The response to the talent shortage involves leveraging digital technologies and public-private partnerships to build a sustainable talent pipeline. This approach, however, contrasts with typical market dynamics where companies often compete for talent independently. The collaborative focus on attracting and retaining talent through community involvement may be a counterintuitive strategy in an industry that has traditionally operated in a more competitive manner. 7. High investment in MRO technologies amidst quality concerns. The integration of AI into maintenance, repair, and overhaul MRO services is expected to revolutionize operational efficiencies. However, this is happening at a time when the industry faces significant quality challenges within supply chains. The expectation that advanced technology can solve deep-seated quality issues may appear overly optimistic when the underlying supply chain problems remain unresolved. 8. Resilience in supply chains. Despite ongoing challenges, the aerospace and defense industry's supply chains are described as mostly resilient despite facing parts shortages and delivery delays. The idea that supply chains can be both resilient and simultaneously struggling with significant issues challenges conventional wisdom, as one would typically expect resilience to correlate with minimal disruptions. 9. A growth in space economy amid global tensions. While geopolitical tensions are driving defense spending, they also contribute to the expansion of the space economy, anticipated to grow significantly. This suggests that crises can catalyze growth in certain sectors, which is counterintuitive, as one might assume that instability would hinder investment in expansive and innovative sectors like space. 10. Regulatory frameworks supporting AAM development. The rapid advancement of AAM technology and its acceptance by regulatory bodies like the FAA is occurring in an environment where traditional aviation practices are heavily regulated. The expectation that new technologies can swiftly navigate complex regulatory landscapes while traditional sectors face stringent oversight may appear contradictory, indicating a possible shift in regulatory attitudes toward innovation. Conclusion. The information presented reveals several counterintuitive dynamics within the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors, particularly regarding workforce challenges, supply chain resilience, and the interplay between increased spending and operational difficulties. These complexities underscore the multifaceted nature of industry growth and the challenges that new technologies and market demands bring to established paradigms. The anticipated growth of these sectors by 2027 will require navigating these contradictions effectively, leveraging both technological advancements and strategic investments in human capital. The report on the projected 35% market growth in the defense, aerospace, and telecommunications sectors by Q2 2027 highlights several critical aspects that many may overlook yet are significant in understanding the future landscape of these industries. Here are the key overlooked elements and their implications. 1. Impact of geopolitical tensions on defense spending. While the report mentions defense expenditures surpassing $2.4 trillion in 2023 and the U.S. Department of Defense (DoD) requesting a budget of $849.8 billion for fiscal 2025, the nuanced implications of geopolitical tensions are often glossed over. Significance. This heightened spending is not merely a reaction to immediate threats but indicates a shift in global military strategy. Countries are increasingly investing in advanced technologies such as hypersonics and unmanned systems, which could lead to an arms race, altering global power dynamics. The long-term ramifications of such spending could exacerbate international tensions and drive further technological competition. 2. Technological integration and AI in maintenance. The operationalization of AI in maintenance, repair, and overhaul (MRO) services is mentioned, with 81% of aerospace and defense companies planning to utilize AI and machine learning. However, the transformative potential of AI in predictive maintenance and operational efficiency is often underestimated. Significance. AI's role in improving aircraft availability and customer experience can redefine operational norms in the industry. By enabling predictive maintenance, companies can significantly reduce downtime, which is crucial for both commercial airlines and military operations. This shift could lead to a paradigm where operational efficiency becomes a competitive differentiator, influencing market leadership. 3. Workforce shortages and talent acquisition strategies. The report indicates a projected need for 123,000 additional technicians in the U.S. aerospace sector over the next 2 decades. Yet the strategic approaches companies are taking to address this shortage are not highlighted in depth. Significance. The reliance on digital technologies to enhance recruitment strategies and develop public-private partnerships for talent acquisition is vital. This proactive approach can help mitigate the impending workforce crisis by creating a sustainable talent pipeline. Failing to focus on these strategies could lead to operational bottlenecks, stalling innovation and growth in this sector. 4. Supply chain resilience amidst global challenges. While the report discusses ongoing supply chain issues, it does not fully address the complexities and vulnerabilities of the aerospace and defense supply chain, which involve numerous tiers of suppliers. Significance. The current global landscape, influenced by geopolitical tensions and pandemic recovery, stresses the importance of supply chain visibility and integrity. Initiatives like the Aviation Supply Chain Integrity Coalition are essential not only for maintaining quality but also for ensuring that companies can respond agilely to disruptions. The ability to navigate these challenges will be critical for maintaining competitiveness in a rapidly evolving market. 5. The role of advanced air mobility (AAM). The potential of advanced air mobility, particularly electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft, is noted, but the broader implications of this technology on urban transportation and logistics are not thoroughly explored. Significance: AAM could revolutionize urban mobility, offering alternatives to traditional transport methods. The 93% interest from asset managers indicates a strong investment potential. However, the industry must address regulatory infrastructure and public acceptance challenges to realize this potential. Successful integration of AAM could lead to new business models and significant shifts in urban planning and transportation economics. 6. Emerging technologies in defense spending. The report outlines strategic spending in unmanned systems and solid rocket motors but does not delve into how these technologies could reshape military tactics and defense strategies. Significance: the integration of unmanned systems has the potential to alter the landscape of warfare, emphasizing drone capabilities over traditional combat methods. As nations invest heavily in these technologies, they could redefine military engagements, necessitating new doctrines and training paradigms in the armed forces. Understanding these shifts is crucial for anticipating future conflicts and defense policies. 7. Environmental considerations in aerospace growth. The discussion around eVTOL and AAM briefly touches on environmental benefits, but the broader implications of sustainability in aerospace are often overlooked. Significance: as global awareness of climate change increases, the aerospace industry faces pressure to reduce its carbon footprint. Innovations in sustainable aviation fuels (SAFs) and electric propulsion systems could not only address regulatory requirements but also appeal to environmentally conscious consumers. Companies that prioritize sustainability could gain a competitive edge in attracting investment and customers. 8. Strategic alliances and collaborations. The report hints at partnerships in the AAM sector but does not sufficiently highlight the strategic importance of collaborations across various sectors, including tech firms and traditional aerospace companies. Significance: as industries converge, especially with the rise of digital technologies, collaborations can foster innovation and expedite the development of new solutions. Companies that actively seek partnerships can leverage each other's strengths, reduce time to market, and enhance their value propositions. This interconnectedness will be crucial in navigating the complexities of modern aerospace and defense markets. Conclusion: the projected growth in the defense, aerospace, and telecommunications sectors by 2027 presents a landscape ripe for transformation. However, the implications of geopolitical tensions, technological advancements, workforce challenges, and environmental considerations are often understated. Recognizing these factors is essential for stakeholders aiming to navigate the complexities of these industries effectively. By focusing on overlooked aspects, companies can better position themselves to capitalize on emerging opportunities and mitigate risks in a rapidly changing environment. Certainly. Here are the 4 most valuable points for in-depth analysis and discussion regarding the projected 35% market growth in the defense, aerospace, and telecommunications sectors by Q2 2027, particularly in relation to Polaris's competitive edge against industry leaders like SpaceX and Arianespace. 1. Market growth drivers and trends. Overview: the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors are poised for substantial growth, primarily driven by increased air travel demand, heightened defense spending due to geopolitical tensions, and technological advancements. In-depth analysis. The European aerospace and defense sector's revenue of $108.48 billion in 2023, growing at a CAGR of 2.1%, indicates a robust market foundation. The anticipated 11.6% growth in global air passenger traffic in 2024 suggests a recovering market. Discussions can center on the implications of increased demand for commercial aircraft and the corresponding investments in manufacturing capabilities. How can new entrants like Polaris differentiate themselves in a market that is rapidly evolving due to competition from established players? An analysis of how geopolitical tensions contribute to defense spending can also be undertaken. As nations bolster their military capabilities, new opportunities arise for innovative companies. 2. Technological advancements and integration. Overview: the integration of technologies such as AI and advanced air mobility (AAM) is reshaping the operational landscape of the aerospace and defense sectors. In-depth analysis. With 81% of aerospace and defense companies planning to utilize AI and machine learning, the focus on predictive maintenance and operational efficiencies is critical. How can Polaris leverage these advancements to stand out? The shift towards AAM, particularly in the eVTOL segment, represents a significant opportunity. The growing interest from asset managers in this sector indicates a potential for disruptive innovation. Analysis can be directed toward how Polaris can capitalize on this trend and what unique value propositions they can offer in urban air mobility. Investigate the risks and rewards of incorporating such technologies, including the potential pitfalls that could affect operational scalability and customer acceptance. 3. Workforce challenges and talent management. Overview: the aerospace and defense sectors face significant workforce challenges, including talent attraction, retention, and the impact of an aging workforce. In-depth analysis. The projected need for 123,000 additional technicians in the U.S. alone over 2 decades highlights a critical talent gap. Discussion can focus on strategies that Polaris might employ to attract and retain talent, such as leveraging digital recruitment technologies and apprenticeship programs. The use of emerging technologies like extended reality for training and knowledge transfer can be a point of exploration. How can Polaris implement these methods effectively to ensure a well-prepared workforce? Additionally, examining the implications of a high turnover rate 13% among aerospace companies on productivity and operational continuity can provide insights into workforce management strategies. 4. Supply chain resilience and integrity. Overview: supply chain disruptions continue to pose challenges to the aerospace and defense sectors, necessitating a focus on resilience and integrity. In-depth analysis. The complexity of aerospace supply chains, with numerous tiers of suppliers, raises concerns about parts shortages and delivery delays. Investigating how Polaris can enhance supply chain visibility and integrity through digital technologies could be vital. The establishment of initiatives like the Aviation Supply Chain Integrity Coalition underscores the industry's commitment to quality assurance. How can Polaris position itself in this landscape to ensure its supply chain is robust against potential disruptions? A discussion can revolve around the interplay between global trade dynamics and supply chain strategies, particularly how geopolitical tensions influence sourcing and logistics for new entrants in the market. Conclusion. In summary, the intersection of market growth drivers, technological advancements, workforce challenges, and supply chain resilience will be pivotal in shaping the competitive landscape by 2027. Polaris's ability to navigate these dynamics against established giants such as SpaceX and Arianespace will determine its market position and potential for success. Each of these points opens avenues for further exploration and strategic discussion on how to thrive in an evolving industry landscape. Here are 3 famous historical cases that reflect significant competition and growth in the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors, similar to the context of Polaris's competitive edge against global leaders like SpaceX and Arianespace. 1. The Space Race 1957 to 1975. The space race was a pivotal period during the Cold War, primarily between the United States and the Soviet Union, marked by significant advancements in space technology and exploration. The launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union in 1957 initiated this competition, which led to a series of achievements, including the first human in space Yuri Gagarin in 1961 and the Apollo moon landing by the United States in 1969. This era significantly impacted technological innovation in aerospace driven by national pride and military considerations. The competition spurred advancements that laid the groundwork for modern aerospace industries, including satellite technology that is foundational for today's telecommunications sector. The space race exemplifies how geopolitical tensions can catalyze rapid growth and innovation in defense and aerospace sectors. 2. The Airbus vs. Boeing rivalry 1970-present. The competition between Airbus and Boeing is one of the most notable rivalries in commercial aviation. Established in 1970, Airbus entered the market with the A300, challenging Boeing's dominance. Over the decades, both companies have engaged in intense competition characterized by product innovation, market strategies, and extensive marketing campaigns. The rivalry led to significant advancements in aerospace technology, including the development of fuel-efficient aircraft and innovations in avionics and materials. Key events such as the launch of the Airbus A380 and Boeing's 787 Dreamliner highlighted the ongoing battle for market share in the commercial aviation sector. This competition has not only shaped the commercial aircraft market but has also influenced global supply chains and workforce dynamics in the aerospace industry. 3. The telecommunications deregulation movement 1980s to 1990s. The deregulation of the telecommunications industry in the United States during the 1980s and 1990s transformed the landscape of global communications. The breakup of AT&T in 1982, which resulted in the creation of several regional Bell operating companies, allowed for increased competition and innovation in telecommunications services. This deregulation led to the rapid development of new technologies, the expansion of mobile communications, and the proliferation of Internet services. Companies like Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile emerged, driving competition and enhancing customer services. The impact of this deregulation is still felt today, as it laid the foundation for the modern telecommunications landscape characterized by technological advancements and a competitive market environment that mirrors the current trends in aerospace and defense sectors, driven by newcomers like Polaris aiming to compete with established giants. These historical cases illustrate how competition driven by technological innovation and geopolitical factors shapes markets and fosters growth within the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications industries. Future outlook: projected 35% market growth in defense, aerospace, and telecommunications by Q2 2027. The aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors are set to witness remarkable growth, with an estimated market expansion of 35% by Q2 2027. This growth is underpinned by several key factors, including increased demand for air travel, heightened defense spending due to geopolitical tensions, and rapid technological advancements. Companies like Polaris will need to navigate this evolving landscape to establish a competitive edge against industry giants such as SpaceX and Arianespace. 1. Market dynamics and growth projections. The global aerospace and defense market, valued at over $108 billion in 2023, is projected to expand significantly, fueled by a resurgence in air travel and escalating defense expenditures. The International Air Transport Association anticipates an 11.6% growth in global air passenger traffic in 2024, indicating a full recovery from pandemic impacts. Concurrently, defense budgets are soaring, with global expenditures surpassing $2.4 trillion in 2023 and expected to rise as nations prioritize military capabilities amid geopolitical uncertainties. 2. Technological innovation and integration. Technological advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence (AI) and unmanned systems, are at the forefront of this market growth. Approximately 81% of aerospace and defense companies plan to employ AI and machine learning to enhance operational efficiencies. AI will significantly transform maintenance, repair, and overhaul MRO processes, leading to improved aircraft availability and customer satisfaction. Predictive maintenance powered by AI has the potential to reduce downtime, significantly optimizing resource allocation and operational management. 3. Challenges in workforce and talent acquisition. Despite the optimistic growth outlook, challenges in workforce attraction and retention remain significant. The aerospace sector faces a projected shortfall of 123,000 technicians in the U.S. over the next 2 decades. Companies are increasingly adopting digital technologies to enhance recruitment efforts and develop apprenticeship programs to cultivate a skilled workforce. The integration of advanced skills training, particularly in AI and digital technologies, will be essential to meet future industry demands. 4. Supply chain resilience and integrity. Ongoing supply chain challenges exacerbated by geopolitical tensions and parts shortages require a renewed focus on supply chain resilience. Aerospace and defense companies are prioritizing visibility and integrity in their supply chains to mitigate risks associated with unauthorized parts and ensure timely delivery of critical components. Collaborations such as the Aviation Supply Chain Integrity Coalition illustrate the industry's commitment to enhancing supply chain operations. 5. Competitive landscape and Polaris's position. As Polaris aims to carve out its market share, it will face intense competition from established players like SpaceX and Arianespace. The focus on advanced air mobility (AAM), particularly in the electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) segment, offers a unique opportunity for differentiation. AAM technology is gaining traction with significant interest from major asset managers, indicating a robust potential for disrupting traditional urban transportation models. 6. Regulatory and safety considerations in AAM. The successful integration of AAM into existing transportation systems will hinge on regulatory approvals and public acceptance. As the industry progresses towards certification and scaling operations, safety, pricing, and environmental impact will be critical areas of focus. Pilot projects and flight demonstrations in urban settings will be pivotal in validating AAM concepts and fostering community support. 7. Strategic investments and spending focus. The projected growth in defense spending will continue to shape industry dynamics. The U.S. Department of Defense's budget proposal for fiscal 2025 emphasizes investments in unmanned systems and hypersonic technologies, bolstering the defense industrial base. Companies must align their strategic initiatives with these spending priorities to capitalize on emerging opportunities. 8. Future trends and industry transformation. The aerospace and defense industry is poised for transformative changes driven by digital technology integration and strategic operational enhancements. Companies that effectively operationalize AI and MRO, enhance supply chain visibility, and prioritize workforce development will likely lead the market. Furthermore, the introduction of advanced air mobility solutions will redefine urban transportation, presenting new revenue streams and competitive advantages. Conclusion. In summary, the aerospace, defense, and telecommunications sectors are set for significant growth by 2027, characterized by technological advancements, strategic investments, and evolving market dynamics. Companies like Polaris will need to navigate challenges in talent acquisition and supply chain management while leveraging innovations in AI and advanced air mobility to establish a sustainable competitive edge. The interplay of these factors will shape the future landscape, making it imperative for industry players to adapt and innovate continuously.